Hey there, Squirrel here, coming at you with episode number 6 of our Dwarf Fortress Let's Play. As you can see my face now. We have a little bit of excitement there. I ended up rearranging the office space once this new video card or this new camera got here, and put in a new video card this weekend also. So not going to see a whole lot of performance in Dwarf Fortress, but that's okay. So I'm changing up a little bit the way that I'm doing these episodes, just in that I know I've been jumping around a lot and not really having a given focus. I've been kind of generally setting goals, but not really hitting them, or rather hitting them very slowly and sporadically. So one thing I'm doing is I'm setting up goals for myself for the episode before I get started. I may or may not end up telling you guys what those goals are, but I'm just going to use those to kind of direct myself a little bit and just try to prevent the hopping all over the place that seems to be happening. So, yeah. Okay, so I got a comment on YouTube from... I forgot to grab the gentleman's name here. Give me just a moment to pull that up. On my other screen here. If that was here. Yep, that was from Andre GTZ once again. And he pointed out that there was an issue with the way some of my traps were set up at our entrance. So we're going to go up there and get that taken care of. So these traps here are actually going to block the caravan from being able to get in, and that's no good. So we need to actually move those. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of all 3 traps, and then we're going to basically put in some traps on this side, kind of between here and the stairs. Yeah. So we're going to build some more traps. These are going to be cage traps. I only have 3 right now. C place, and looks like... Oh, okay, I guess I do have quite a bit more cages than I thought. So we're just going to fill up this little area here with as many cages as we have. Actually, it looks like it's going through my mechanisms, not my cages, which is... that's fine. Okay, so now I'm out of mechanisms. So these other cage traps here will be disassembled, and then hopefully once that happens, the traders will be able to get in. We'll have to check it once those jobs have been completed. Okay, eventually what I do want to do is create kind of an alternate entrance to the fortress, so that if baddies come, we can just shut the front door and then have this kind of winding maze of traps and all kinds of stuff that the baddies would have to get through to get to us. So that's kind of the plan here. One downside of the camera is you can actually see me when I cough now, so that'll be exciting. All right, so we're gonna let that go and just have a quick look at our hospital. And I believe we have to do that with I, yes. So, hospital information. Looks like we are still waiting on crutches, powder for casts, and soap. And I don't think we've run into any gypsum yet, so we might have to trade to get some of that once the merchants get here. So we may end up having to do that. Okay. And I wanted to work on this farming area down here. So we're going to resume here. I want to build some nest boxes. I don't know if... It looks like I do have some. Okay, I have 1. Well, that's no good. Can I go into planning mode on nest boxes? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we're going to have to build some more. We're going to be moving the nest boxes down here from upstairs. I can go ahead and designate the zone down here a while, and also build the door to the nesting area. So the idea is we're going to set this whole zone up for the chickens to run around in, and we're going to forbid this door so the dwarves can't get through it. I believe I can set it up so that the chickens can get through, but the dwarves can't. So the chickens will some of the chickens will lay eggs here, and those will get picked up by the dwarves and taken out for cooking. Some of the chickens will lay eggs back here, and those are going to just stick around. They'll get fertilized by the rooster and hopefully turn into chickens. So we need to designate a zone in this area here. We're going to make that a pen pasture, and we're going to have all of our chickens move down here, which is our 5 roosters, or 5 hens, and our 1. Oh, we have 2 roosters now, actually. Okay. Interesting. We might actually set that 1 rooster for slaughter, because there's not really a whole lot of point in having 2 roosters, in my opinion. We might end up doing that. Cannot produce rock mechanisms. Why is that? Okay, we have our mechanic workshop here, so we need to add the task here to make the rock mechanism, set it to repeat, and then our mechanic will come down there and start doing that. And I actually need to look. I think our mechanic might actually be set to a vital job here. So if I open up, where is it? Dwarf Therapist. Okay, so Doran, our mechanic, is also our broker. Okay, so his job really only comes up when trading season starts. So when that comes, we can just go down here and suspend or remove the mechanic's job there, and then they should be able to continue doing their stuff. Looks like we got a lot of things getting moved down here. Our chickens are getting moved. That's good. Now let's see. I believe we had 5 nest boxes upstairs. And are they already slated for removal? Yeah, it does look like they are. So that's 5. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. So let's just set a task to build those. So that's going to be. Oh, the Mason's workshop is still waiting. I believe that's a craft dwarf job anyway, though. So we're gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more rock nest boxes. We're gonna build the existing ones. We'll just place them up here at the top of this little area here. And the rest of them are probably being hauled around right now, which is why they're not available. Okay, so the door has been placed now, so I can go up here and I can go, let's see, forbid passage. I'm not sure if that's going to let the chickens in and out or not, though. I don't recall. Let's see. The other thing that I could do is make a burrow. Define the burrow as being here, because I'm pretty sure this is how you do it. We're gonna name the burrow chicken hatchery. Oh, that's not actually what I wanted to do. We can delete the burrow. Yes. Y for yes. Okay. I'm pretty sure there's a way to. Is it in points and routes? Routes. No. Set building, view rooms for units in building. I'm actually not remembering where that is. I'm just going to real quick pop up the wiki. Again, something I should have done ahead of time. Apologize for that. So, Dwarf Fortress wiki. Forbidding items. Forbidding eggs in a nest box keeps them out of government hands. Let's see, there might be some information here about this. Let's see. Free the nest. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we actually have a lot of eggs right now. So what I'm gonna do, I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I believe all of our chickens are actually in there. So I think how we're gonna do this is we're just gonna forbid passage on this temporarily. See what happens with the eggs there. See, what I want to try to do is set up an area where just the chickens can hang out and the dwarves avoid, but I'm not entirely sure how to do that. So I'm writing that down as something to check out for next time. Research. Locking doors out. So I thought there was a way I could do that by messing with the settings on the doors, but it doesn't look like there's an easy way to do that. So that might be something that I have to figure out a little bit later. Okay. Well, this is definitely a Dwarf Fortress learning experience. Okay, so I've got my workstations going here. Whoop. My carpenter's workshop is up and running, and it looks like he doesn't actually have any jobs right now. If I recall, I actually needed some stuff for the hospital, so let's check that once more. Shift H. We need crutches, so we need to set some tasks on that carpenter to make some crutches. So we're gonna add wooden crutch, which is all the way at the bottom. So plus and minus are how you scroll through these menus, and if you hit minus, it just loops all the way to the bottom, which is an easy way to get down there. And then if you just hit the add task button again, it keeps your cursor where it was before. I know with this font sometimes it's a little difficult to see exactly what I've got highlighted. I might actually look into using a different font just so that's a little easier to see for you guys. If you wanna, yeah. Okay, so I got my stone coming in here, and I have my Dwarf workshop, and we're going to be doing some exploratory digging, and it does look like I have quite a few rocks there. So I think what I'm going to do is set up a recurring task to do rock crafts. Because I do have my crafts dwarf all ready to go. My mason's workshop isn't done yet, but I think that might be because I already have a mason's workshop down here. So I am turning off the these existing crafts and then getting that workshop out of there. And let's see. So we got throne, door, table, coffer. So let's also set that for removal. So we're going back up here, and we're going to look at... Well, we're going to have to wait for that building to construct before we can set it to start building that stuff. So we'll just leave that alone for now. Okay, I think that is most of what we had to do down here for right now. I do want to get some fishing going. So I'm going to look at DF here and see who I have who is decent at fishing. Particularly if I have someone who's not currently assigned to a job. That would be ideal. Fisher dwarf. Looks like we got a couple dwarves who are skilled at it. We have Bicod. Bicod is currently our cook, so he's not going to be fishing anytime soon. And Ashtish is our brewer. Let's see, looks like Azuv is our woodcrafter. We currently have a stonecrafter set, correct? We do not. Okay, so we're going to turn off the wood crafting. We're going to turn on the stone crafting for... It's like Abib. Abib has the waxworker skill, and that's the only one that he has. So we're going to turn stone crafting on for him because he is our next best guy for that. Commit those changes. And then it might actually not be a terrible idea for me to go in here and make sure that I have professions set up just so I can see what dwarves are assigned to stuff. Because I know all of the guys from year 1 already have jobs. But I only gave jobs to a few of my guys in this group here. So let's see, we have our brewer, so we can ignore him. We have our cook. We could ignore him. We have our stonecrafter. He's very important. We can ignore him. We have our broker. He's going to be busy doing his brokering stuff. And we have a guy set to plant gathering. So what we're going to do actually instead, let's just look at our kitchens and see what we have for stocks. So if I look at my kitchen, I see that I have no fish. I have about 300 food. I have about 20 drinks, which is really not much at all. So actually, instead of fishing, I need to get my drink production going. I had a little bit of a hitch with my planting and ended up running. I'm running really low on a lot of seeds. So I'm not going to be able to make much progress on that front until the traders get here. But I should be able to set up a fishing zone out here. So let's just pick a spot that's fairly close to the water here. Doesn't have to be too big, just big enough that the dwarves can get to it. Set it as a fishing area, and then we're going to set, let's see. We're going to set this guy up to do some fishing. Oh, I currently have both selected. I don't want to do that. And I'm going to make sure that I also have the plant gathering tasks assigned there for my plant gatherer. And let's take someone here who doesn't have a persistent job that they're always going to be doing and set them up to do some fish cleaning. Do I have anyone like that right now? Carpenter. I can turn off wood crafting here. That's not necessary. Yeah, I don't really have anyone who's free to be able to do that. So what I might do is just set 2 plant gatherers for now, and then we'll set up the fishing later. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to designate a large area here to do some plant gathering. So we're going to designate gather plants. And let's just do this whole area out here in front of the fort. Means they're going to be really busy with the plant gathering, but that's going to get me seeds, that's going to get me materials for making beer, and those are all things that we are definitely going to be needing. Okay, and if I look at my still here, see that the still task is suspended, and it's actually set right now. It's just set up on repeat, and it doesn't have a number limit on it. So what I think we're going to do is, let's see, we have, 15 dwarves? The dwarves drink, I believe it's up to 4 times a season, something like that. So we're just going to set up a workflow task here. We're going to add a limit to drinks of any material. Looks like we have 19 right now. We're going to change that range. We want a minimum of, let's just say minimum of 45, and we're going to max out at 75. Like so. Need empty food storage item. Okay, so. Okay, I see what's going on here. So this still is only currently accepting stuff from the food stockpile here, but all of our barrels are actually sitting in this furniture stockpile. So what I need to do is either remove Let's see, so I need to either remove that setting here, which I'm not exactly sure how to do, actually. We'll take from anywhere, we'll take from links only. No. Okay, give to anywhere. Not sure how to delete that. Oh, there we go. Just D, delete selected. I guess that does make sense. Okay, so that should... We can unsuspend that. And it looks like our dwarves are actually... They're trying to build the nest boxes up here, but they can't because I blocked the door off. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is... go ahead and just look at my food stockpiles here and just make sure that I've got eggs turned off on both stockpiles so the dwarves won't have any place to take the eggs to. I just need to make sure I get some more chicken production going. And it looks like they're already... looks like the hen eggs might already be gone out here. Yeah, the hen eggs are already disabled. It's great out there. Okay, so. Both of those are set as permit. That one's set as suspended. Let's unsuspend that. Let's build another nest box. Good. Okay, stuff is getting hauled around. I have 2 idlers. Who's idle? My miner and my expedition leader. Okay, so that actually brings me to the next bit that I wanted to get going, because those guys don't have anything to do right now. So I had designated a level down here, level 20, to be my area for housing. And I think what I'm going to do is, one level above that, I'm going to start building some rooms for my nobles. So what I'm going to do is, off of each of these corridors here, so I'm going to build one room here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to build a 5x5 there, and a 5x5 there. And we're just going to kind of pre-plan out where those rooms are going to sit. We don't actually have to dig them out yet. I just want to get them... I just want to know where I'm going to be putting them eventually. So, I want to look at my noble screen. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what I thought. 8 total nobles that we could possibly have. So what I'm going to do then... is this is going to be like the first room in their suite, and the different nobles will ask for different types of rooms. So some will look for bedrooms, some will look for offices, that kind of thing. So right now this is just going to be a space to set up offices for our book, well, an office for our bookkeeper. None of the other ones have actually asked for offices yet, so we don't need to give them offices quite yet, but that's where I am going to put them. And then once that is done, actually let's just set that up as priority 1 so that I can then get my other bit of mining just planned out here. So then what I'm going to do is go down here, and we're just going to do some exploratory digging. We're just building an up-down stair, just a single staircase all the way down to there, and we're just looking for hits on either some metals or would be really nice if I could open up the caves. If you open up the caves and then seal yourself off from them, cave moss fungus gets into your fortress, and anywhere that you have dirt, the cave moss will start growing, which is great for keeping grazing animals inside. So then I can move my yak indoors, which would be nice. We're going to do that. And everyone has jobs. All right, we got some wood cages going. Okay, we have found the caverns already. Nice. You have discovered an expansive cavern deep underground. Wow. All right, and that actually wasn't very far down either. So let's see, where did we dig? We're right here. All right, so that is where we popped out. Oh, our caravan has arrived. Wait, they have bypassed your inaccessible site. What? Oh no. Our mechanic never removed the the cage traps because he's too busy making the he's too busy making our replacement mechanisms. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay, so we missed the traders. There's going to be more traders coming. After the first year, they come every season, I believe. So there will be more. We just missed that round, which means we don't have an anvil. And that's really not good. That also means we weren't able to get our extra seeds. Huh. Well, that stinks. Huh. That makes me sad. Okay. So this stockpile here, oh, just P. We're basically done with this stockpile at this point. So we can remove that designation. So dwarves don't need to be stashing stuff up there. We've struck cobalite. Wait, are you continuing to dig down? I'm your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. Okay, we have a bunch of news. Wow. Holy cow. Okay, let's see what happened here. Looks like we had someone that got kidnapped from a site. We had Cattern Trade Waves kidnapped from a site. Wow, a whole bunch of guys were kidnapped from the site. Not sure what the site is. Oh, from Auchenrail. And the latest news from Notch Cruelty is that a whole bunch of people got kidnapped. Kidnapped. Wow. Okay. Latest news from Storm Tempest. Looks like dwarves are getting kidnapped all over the kingdom here. That's interesting. Okay. Is it by the same? No, it's by different people each time, so it's not the same group. I'm kind of interested in going into the legends at some point and figuring out what's going on with this situation, because it looks like a lot of these other fortresses are getting hit by kidnappers. Okay, looks like we did establish a new site, or reclaimed an old site. There was an old set of ruins that got taken. That's good. So the Twinkling Castle got retaken. And the Cunning Quakes got retaken. So from Heart Rope, a bunch of people got kidnapped. From Ormberos, more kidnappings. From Rim Passes, the site was conquered by the secretive Wraith. And Torsade was also conquered by the secretive Wraith. More people getting kidnapped. From Tout Castles, from Golden Circles, more kidnappings. From Orb Wheel, even more kidnappings. Same thing in Brookdale. What about Nail Trade? Once again, kidnappings. Susan Kissmith became the leader of the Pick of Tactics. And then Lorben Owned Theater became the mayor of the Pick of Tactics. And then Torsid Boltdakes became the expedition leader. So I wonder what happened to Suman Kismith. That's interesting. So Suman Kismith and Lorben owned theater were in power, and then it looks like it got taken over by Torsid Bolted Ears and Sibrek Misty Page. Interesting. Okay, looks like that's all the news from the world. Now, this is the part of the merchanting where we get to go in and tell the merchants what kind of stuff we want. So we can say, okay, if you guys bring, let's say, we don't need cloth, we don't need metal bars or woods or blocks. We need seeds. We need lots of seeds. So we're just going to say, bring us all the seeds you got. That means they're going to charge us a little bit more for them, but that'll guarantee that they'll bring some of that stuff. Which is good, because we really need it. Anvils. Let's see. We want some iron anvils. Definitely. Weapons, don't care. Training weapons, don't care. Don't need any ammo or trap components. Digging components. Not really needing any clothing right now. Pets. We could definitely use some animals. So why don't we... I mean, we can just request all of them and see what they bring us. That's fine. Because I would like to get some more farming going here from some of the animals. That'd be nice. Stone, some cages, bags, thread, barrels, flasks. Not really anything there that we need. Is there any? Let's see. Unless they have gypsum. Gypsum is one of the stones, I believe. And gypsum is used to make plaster for our... Yeah, there it is. It's used to make plaster for our hospital. That's definitely something that we are missing. Pretty much everything else we're able to gather ourselves at this point, so I think we're just going to call it good with that. Okay, so they've finalized the import agreements. And it looks like they've set some prices here for the stuff that we've requested. It's fine. Let's discuss what we are willing to offer for your craft warship. We've finished the export agreement. Okay, done. Farewell. Our fortunes rise and fall together. Alright, so we need to go down here to where we opened up this cavern. Make sure we're not still digging through it. Looks like it's just like this big open air thing. Which is kind of interesting. Did we actually dig down into it? It's kind of hard to tell. It looks like we may have. I hope our dwarf didn't fall in there. That would suck. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go up a level. We're going to dig a short little tunnel here. It's like 3 or 4 long. We're going to build a downstair, like so. And then this is going to be an upstair right here with another tunnel to here. And then we're going to remove, I believe it's H. No, remove upstairs and ramps here. Like that. And then we're going to build ourselves a hatch. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, since we're right here, this is a good time to set up a hotkey to get back to our workstation here, to our whatchamacallit, our workshop level. So right now F1 is set to the gate. Essentially F1 is always keyed to wherever your wagon ends up when you start playing the game. But you can set other hotkeys to different areas. So if I just hit F2, that's going to highlight hotkey number 1. I'm going to hit Z to have it zoom to here. I'm going to change the name to workshops. Done. So now if I hit F1, it takes me to the top. If I hit F2, it takes me to the workshops level. Excellent. Okay. So I hit F2. I need to pick my mason and have him build me a hatch cover. And I actually also need to have him do the throne and the door and the chair and the table. Was there another one that he was building? Locks, throne, coffin, door, floodgate, hatch cover, great coffers, I believe. Yeah, coffers. Okay, so he's going to build me a hatch. While that's going down, let's start setting up our noble's bedroom here, or our noble's office. So we need to place a door, and let's just have a look and see what the noble needs. He requires something. Let's see. He needs a meager office. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to give him some stuff for his office. So we're going to give him a table. It's almost like a desk here. We're going to give him a chair. And that should be it. I believe that's actually all you need to make an office. And then later on we can go back in and give him maybe some statues to make stuff look a little prettier. Maybe give him some cabinets or armoires to store his clothing and whatnot in. Okay, so the door's placed. We're still waiting on the other thing. Let's make sure the digging has happened here. Okay. What's going on here? Downward stairway. Can I build a hatch right over there? Still need a hatch cover. Let's, we can do it in planning mode though. Right there. And that'll seal that up so that the guys from the caves will have a hard time getting up here. I mean, we're way the heck up above the cave anyway, so they're gonna have a heck of a time getting down to us even without that, but let's see. It looks like there's gonna be a hole right down here, so if we need to get down past the caves, we can go through there. Okay, so our table has been made here. Let's see, make throne room or study. That's what we want. And then we're going to assign the chair, but we got to figure out who we need to assign it to. The bookkeeper, Zephon. So we're going to assign it to the bookkeeper. We're going to auto-allocate to the bookkeeper. So if our bookkeeper ever changes in the future, it'll reset the office to whoever the new bookkeeper ends up being. Stray dog has given birth to puppies. Cool. How are we doing on nest boxes? Still needs some more. Is our guy over here... Where's he at? Is he making nest boxes? It's not his job. It's this guy's job. He is making nest boxes. He's got 2 queued up. We need more than 2. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need like 6 more. So let's give him some more tasks there. So add rock nest box 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll just move those up. To make sure those get done before the crafts do. Okay, and it looks like we are right at 39 minutes, so we're going to call that an episode here. I'm just going to pause the video, and I've got a little more time tonight, so I'm probably going to record another one. Just so you guys know, what I've been doing is trying to record about 2 videos a night. That way I'm covered for the days when I can't record due to family obligations or other things. I can usually get 2 in an evening. So right now I'm recording 4 days a week. I'd like to up that to 5, but I'm kind of working with a little bit of a schedule hitch, so running into some difficulty there. Got to get some real life stuff worked out to figure out what to do there. But I'm going to start making some short tutorial videos too. So several years ago, there were some very excellent tutorials that were put out, but generally speaking, they tend to be pretty long form. So what I want to do is, as I'm playing the game here, I'm kind of keeping track of the stuff that I wasn't able to figure out, or that I didn't already know. I have played a little bit of Dwarf Fortress before, as you might be able to tell, but I haven't played a ton of it. So I would like to be able to like take some of those topics that I'm a little uncertain about and try to learn all I can about them and do just some really fast, maybe 3 to 5 minute videos on how to do certain things. So like one of the ones that I'm probably the first one I'm going to do is actually go through the waxworking industry, which is beekeeping and how to make beehives and split bees and get wax and honeycomb and honey and all that stuff. So it's a pretty in-depth topic, but it's one that I don't really see a lot of content out there for. So I want something where if someone has a very specific question about a very specific mechanic, I can make a video on it to just show people how to do that thing. So if any of you guys have any questions or anything that you're not sure about, or any topic that you want to learn more about, just put a comment down below and I'll have a look at it and quite possibly put together a quick clip on it. So yeah, that's all we got for tonight. So have a great day. See ya.